Hi there. Hi there. And welcome to the hopefully under 10-minute hamstring workout. And when you're ready, why don't you lie on your back and join me for the School of Silly Walks. And no, I'm not taking off my sunglasses. The sun's so omnipresent today. Thank you. And I need to protect my eyes. Also, only the select few get to see my beautiful eyes. So your arms are out to the side. Make sure your body's straight. And check out my right knee. I'm going to bend it, bring it as close to my upper body as possible, and then straighten an axe kick and bring my foot into dorsiflexion. That means toes to the nose. What we're doing here is we're lengthening the hamstrings, but also getting the sacrum into a state of nutation and counter nutation. And don't worry if you don't understand that statement. It just means that the sacrum is tilting forward and tilting back, which is really good for your pelvis. We're starting now. We're going to count. We're going to do 10. So here's 1. Both legs count as one set. There's 2. There's 3. And I'm engaging my quads. There's 4. Relaxing your neck. There's 5. Maybe I skipped one. There's 6. Make sure your toes are pulled towards your nose. That's 7. That's 8. That's 9. Quads are engaged. And that's 10. Feel free to do more if you would like, if you want to pause the camera. We're going to rest here just for a tick, and then we're going to come up and we're going to do some standing positions. But just take a few breaths and feel your pelvis and your hamstrings right now. Voila! Magic! The power of Hollywood, folks. How did I instantly stand up? It's called the power of editing. So why don't you come up and stand up, and we're going to have our feet a little bit wider than our hips because we're going to do a similar movement to what we just did, except it's standing. We're going to bring our upper body forward, kind of like those birds, those plastic birds drinking water. And you can come as far as you want, meaning when you feel that pull on the hamstrings, but it's not too much, it's suitable for you, that's where you're at. We're going to keep both legs straight. I'm going to engage my abdominal region. I'm going to bend my right knee, keep my left leg straight. I'm going to shift my pelvis to the left, to my end range. Then I switch, right leg is straight, my left knee is bent, and I shift my pelvis to my right. So we're bending our right knee, shifting to the left. Bending our left knee, shifting to the right. Whatever side you shift to, that leg is straight. So I'm shifting to the left, left leg is straight. Shifting to the right, right leg is straight. This may take you a few times to get down. It's also a brain exercise. Then I'm going to lean a little bit forward. I'm going to relax my shoulders and my arms and my face, trying to keep my head in a neutral position. Let's just get it down a couple of times and then we'll start counting. Okay, we're going to shift to the right, starting with 1. Shift to the left. 2, shift to the right, shift to the left. That's 2. I already lost count after 2. How messed up am I? There's 3. There's 4. Here's 5. Here's 6. Engaging the quads. There's 7. There's 8. There's 9. Using those big toes. Here's 10. Let's do a couple more. And that sacrum is nutating, counter nutation. That's the fancy word for it, tilting forward and back, which is really good for the SI joints. Those are the sacroiliac joints in your pelvis to create mobility in the connection of your sacrum to your pelvis. Okay, last one. Let's come on up. Let's rest here for a tick. Yeah. Feel your hamstrings and your quads. And then we're going to come into a Gray Cook position, a functional movement pattern that I love that accentuates and lengthens dynamically the medial and lateral aspects of your hamstrings. I'm going to come a little bit more forward. I'm going to step my right foot back. I'm going to bend my right knee. Foot is 45 degrees. The left leg is engaged, quads are engaged, toes to the nose. Drop your left hand down towards your right heel. Bring the right arm up. Rotate your ribcage to the right. And at the end, jazz hands. And then bring the right leg forward. Left leg comes back. Keep the right quads engaged, toes to the nose of the right leg. Bend your left knee. Use the big toe of your left foot. Drop the left hand down towards the left heel. Rotate your ribcage to the left. Let's get this down. Let's do this a couple times, and then I'll start counting in the incorrect manner. I am not a reliable counter. I'm sorry. Math is not my strong suit. Okay, let's start counting. So we're going to bring the right leg back. That starts with 1. Then we bring the left leg back. Here's 2. Here's 3. Use those big toes. Here's 4. Rotate that rib cage. Here's 5. Here's 6. Here's 7. Here's 8, and that wind is pretty strong. Sorry about the sound of the noise. There's 9. One more. And finish with jazz hands. 10. Yes! Get that fake smile in, folks. Let's rest here. Hopefully you're feeling the inner and outer parts of your hamstrings. I'm going to relax my butt and my legs. We're going to come into the last position, a lunge. And maybe you're asking, Rob, lunges, that's not stretching the hamstrings. Oh, yes, it is. Because get this. We have another hamstring called the adductor magnus that's considered an inner thigh muscle and hamstring. And when we bend that knee and push the knee away from us, it lengthens that adductor magnus, that hamstring. Okay, so I'm going to come back a little bit. I'm going to lunge forward with my left leg. Look at my right heel, it lifts up. And now I'm going to same position of the ribcage as what we just did. So that way we can continue on the vein of jazz hands. Jazz hands never gets old. I'm going to use my big toe on my left foot. I'm going to drop my left hand, rotate my ribcage to the left. Step back with the left foot. Step forward with the right foot. Bring that right hand down, rotate your ribcage to the left. Push back with the big toe of the front foot. Let's do this a couple times before we start counting. Okay, now, here we go. There's 1. There's 2. I'm pushing off with those big toes, landing with my big toe. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. There's 7. There's 8. Feel how the hamstrings are resisting you from falling, especially that adductor magnus. There's 9. And here's 10. And you know what's coming. I'll do one to this side so I look in the camera and jazz hands. Yes. All right, let's lie on our backs. And we're going to rest here. And feel your butt and your hamstrings. See if you can let them drop down into the floor. And sorry for the wind. The wind in your hair. Falcons at your breast. Conan, what is best in life? And tune in because we're going to do another hamstring 10-minute workout, but we're going to add different rotations of those exercises. But next week, we'll do another different 10-minute workout. I'm not sure what it is. Let me surprise you. It's not Christmas yet. Don't you love surprises? Keep falling.